But let's turn our attention to something that's very important. The 3rd Legislative District in Suffolk County. Our current legislator, Kate Browning, former school bus driver turned legislator, the only elected Working Families Party member in the legislature. Rumor has it Kate Browning is organizing her own Occupy Wall Street protest. She's calling it Occupy the 3rd District. Sources say Congressman Tim Bishop will attend. Now let's connect the dots. What do we mean by Working Families Party? Do we mean a family that's all working? No. What we mean is ACORN. That's right, ACORN, A-C-O-R-N, Association of Community Organizations for Reform Now. Of course, they were a big story when Obama was running for office. They were the ground troops for Obama's campaign. Now, ACORN and the Working Families Party are arm in arm. Back in 1998, ACORN was instrumental in bringing the Working Families Party into New York. What do we mean by Working Families Party? What do we mean by ACORN? We mean big government. We mean anti-capitalism. We mean anti-private business, pro-tax, pro-big government, pro-entitlements. Now, just because ACORN was defunded by Congress, just because they were found guilty of improper behavior, and just because they had to shut down and close their doors, that doesn't mean they're still not around. As reported by the New York Post just the other day, former director of the New York ACORN chapter, John Kest, now heads up the NYCC, a group that stands for New York Communities for Change. Now, what does this all have to do with Kate Browning and her Occupy 3rd District protest march? The ACORN people, John Kest, Working Families Parties, they are funding in great part, and it's reported, funding in great part these protests, actually paying protesters to go out there and protest. Reported that they were paying homeless people $10 an hour to sit in Zuccotti Park. So this is the element that Kate Browning is part of. Do you want this on Long Island? Do you want it in Shirley? Do you want it in Mastic? Does she represent your position and your viewpoints? I highly doubt it. Now, it doesn't stop there, my friends. As reported in LIPolitics.com this week, the Suffolk County Republican Party had a press release claiming that legislator Kate Browning was caught using governmental office for her campaign work. That's right, the taxpayer's office, the one that we fund. This is one of the big no-nos in campaigning. You can't, if you're an elected official, you cannot use your office in any way, shape, or form. You can't make a phone call relating to your campaign for office. Well, apparently, her Working Families people that she had bussed in here from out of town, according to this report, were using her office, using her letterhead, using the envelopes with her Suffolk County Legislature insignia, disseminating information, campaigning for Kate Browning. That is a huge, huge ethics issue for Kate Browning. So apparently, she has this mindset that she's above the law. She's in a tailspin. And why is she in a tailspin? I'll tell you why. When the public comes forward with a candidate who's bona fide, who speaks from the heart, who's one of us, who cares about the community, who supports private business, who wants the government off their back and out of their pocketbooks and wallets, she doesn't know what to do. She's like, Mr. Smith, Mr. Smith. Kate Browning is in high alert mode. Her power is being challenged. So the Republican candidate, Sue Sinio, is on the march. She is running a clean, straight campaign on the issues. She swamped her in the independents primary. That's why Kate Browning's nervous. That's why she's got to bus people in here. Maybe those years of being a bus driver are going to come in handy. Busing people in from out of her county, out of her district, to do her dirty work for her. Well, she's met her challenge. The people, the overwhelming majority of the people in her district are going to come out in force to vote her out. They don't want occupiers occupying the 3rd District, Kate. Why don't you go to Zuccotti Park, bring yourself a tent or a teepee and a little drum, and talk about how woe is me and the government has let you down.